It's always like that. First they mock in the face, and then when it's over, and then when we're no longer in the portion, they're gonna start adapting our suggestion. Hello people. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick video. So I get this idea when I was teaching my baby how to close the Tupperware. First, match the shape and then press. Okay? Do you know what happened? Last time I came across my friend's story. I saw this, my friend reposted. If you want to teach someone, don't make them feel dumb. And then I'm like, why do you care about your ego? Why do we care about our ego? Okay, so let me come back to the point, all right? So when I'm teaching the kid, right, when I'm teaching a baby, of course I'm not going to scream in her face, because we clearly I know that this is her first time doing it. He barely can hold the Tupperware. He barely know what shape. We already know the level of comprehension, so there's no need for you to, like, are you dumb? It's just like that, it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just match their level of comprehension, right? But if I'm teaching an adult and I know clearly that, come on man, it's like you've been doing this, you're doing it every day, like you use food container every day when you take away food. When you take away food, when you do all that shit, you open food container every day and you still don't know how to put it two together. Of course I'm gonna be like what the hell you doing all this while? Like, do you even pay attention to shit? Like, of course I'm going to be crazy. Of course I'm gonna let them know, like, so all this while what have you been doing? Like, do you even pay attention to, like, if anything like match before you just like put two things together? Because of course I'm gonna let them know, right? Like, all this while, did you just ignore? All this while, did you just, you know, I'm just wanna, basically I would just question, like, what are you doing all this while? You can pay attention to these little things. What are you even doing with your life? So when I see that post, I'm like, why do you think people have time to care about your ego? Because that shit is ego. You don't want people to tell you that you lack intelligence. You don't want people to tell you that you are dumb. You don't want people to tell you that you are slow, because you should be. You don't want people to let you know that you are slow in this subject. You haven't been paying attention on this subject. That's why you are lacking. Like, you know, you should actually like pay attention and listen to what the instructor is saying. Like, when they say like, what are you doing? All this while you didn't pay attention to blah, blah, blah. Instead of taking that comment as somebody letting you know that you lack intelligence, you should pay attention to what the instructor been saying and jot down. So next time you can pay attention to whatever you haven't been paying attention before. They're just letting you know you lack intelligence. So next time, just be smarter, be brighter in this aspect. It's that simple. It's because of this ego that people don't want to admit that they lack knowledge. They don't want to admit that they're slow. They don't want to admit that they are something lower than others. That shit is useless. You're not going anywhere with your ego. Oh, you don't want to accept your friend because she show up confidently and she just let you know, like, well that's dumb, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, people can have better conversation when you actually like just allow your friend to continue rambling. When they feel like they're smarter than you, they want to continue rambling to you. It actually can strike a healthy conversation out of that. It can challenge both brain, like it can stimulate both brain. Okay, last time I had this conversation with a friend, so I was driving, right? And then she was like questioning me, like, why don't you use the other road? Like, why are you taking this road? And then I'm like, because I'm used to this road. And then she's like, the other road is better. She was something, right? I don't know if her intention is to make me look dumb or what, but to me it was just like, because I challenge her belief that you should only use this road instead of the other road, because to me, in my opinion, I'm used to this road. You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to know things. It's that, oh, so other people can have different perspective too. So people been using the other road too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just express yourself freely and accept that people can have freedom of speech anytime. You just allow your friends. If your friend want to let you know that you're dumb, okay, why? What do you think I'm dumb? Like, say it. But and then they start saying things like, they start blurting stupid shit. Then you know that, oh, okay, now you know your friend are stupid because they just call you dumb because of a stupid shit. Like my friend did to me. She said, are you stupid? Like, why are you using this road? Like, you can just use the other road. The other road is like easier. But in my opinion, I already explained this to her. Like, I don't think it's easy. I think it's same. Plus, we're like on the way to go there. Like, this is my choice of road. Then I have a reason for that, and I explained to her, right? So to me, by expressing myself, I'm hoping that she can see that, well, people have other opinion too than just your small world mindset. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that if you think this way, everyone have to think this way. No, it's not. But I think it's only better if we just accept opinions, and it's better if we accept options. It's always better if we accept options. But if the option is stupid, well, now you know that this girl is stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you know you. Stuff like that. We get to know people when they open their mouth. So basically, enjoy that. Express yourself. Just express yourself, you know. Fuck ego. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, now you think you're all that smart? Partner, that's my friend. Oh, you think you're smarter than me now? Oh, I'm sorry if I'm smarter than you. Does that offend you? It's like, people are so dumb sometimes. If you have friends who like to keep you stuck in the small box, it's like to pull you together into the small box, just run, get a better friend. Like, as long as you continue to entertain this person, you're not going anywhere. They keep pulling your leg to come into the small box. So what are you doing? Get away. If anyone challenge or anyone mock you on your suggestion that you feel like, no, I don't think anything wrong with my suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Because I kept having the same girl who keep challenging my options, who keep challenging my opinions. So I was working on a After Effects. How I arrange all my working files in that After Effects software is different from her, okay? And she like to bug me at office, so she will come through and see like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it like this? It's not right. Like, you should be doing it like what I've been doing it. Like, I do not understand. Like, I'm already midway. Now you want, like, just because you do it differently. Sometimes actually, when she say it like that, okay, I always check her working file to see if what she do is better or smarter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if it's more easier, like if her suggestion just is everyone works, then I can just apply that to me too, right? I definitely could take her suggestion. But the thing is, no, it's not. It's just crap. It's literally just like, what the fuck? It just makes things complicated. And just because I have better way to do it, well, to them, of course, to her, of course, it's not, she didn't reject me because she look at my way of doing it as better. But it's more to like, did you just trying to do something different? You just challenge me because you're opting to something different than I know. That's stupid. Like, we're always bickering in the office over stupid shit. When I work with this motherfucker, that's why I decided to quit. So I'm like, and grow. That's what you do. Okay? If you have your colleagues, first, of course, I talk to the manager. I talked to the director. I'm like, why the hell is she? Why the hell she just want to make my life complicated? Like, it's over nothing. She can just continue to do her job and leave me out of it, because I've been doing well. I've been doing so fine, minding my own business. But just because she saw my working file once, and plus it's not that complicated. What? So now I'm like, what? Okay, we're working together, right? My boss suggested that we sit together, because we both designers. My boss suggested that we sit together and discuss which way is better, so that it can, because if one person didn't come in, someone else need to amend the working file. Then it's understandable. It's easier for people who never work on that file to attain it anytime. It was fair. My boss asked to do like that, but at the same time, I'm like, I've been sorting my file like this for a while now. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, just because she don't understand my way? And I still think, like, maybe like both of us is like, I still think her way is more complicated, and she thinks that my way is not accepted or not valid at all. Like, at the end of the day, I suggest you just use your brain a bit. If both don't want to change our style, right? If I don't want to change my style, and I don't want to resort my files, and she don't want to try to learn my way, then just do yourself, right? And then when we have to attend each other's file, just use our brain a bit. Just use our brain, and then start doing like what that person had been doing, because that's what I did when, okay, so there's two of us designer, right? And then we have another freelance designer, and this guy is more brighter than these two. Okay, this guy is, we're both like amateurs, and then this guy is professional. So this guy is professional animator, so he quit freelance and he passed over his working files to us. And then one day I have to amend his work. I literally just open and be like, wow, I love his way of sorting the files better than what I do. And this goes chaotic. Her working files are chaotic. So I'm like, I mean, I'm not used to his working files, but because I have to attend that file, so I just have to use my brain and get used to the sorting arrangement. I just have to get used to the sorting system. It's nothing difficult. It's understandable. One thing about editor software, okay, I get my hands on file with better system, like this designer been using like more enhanced system, more enhanced feature, I would be happy to get hands on this kind of file, because I can learn something new, I can improve myself. But here we have the ego ignorant motherfucker who be like judging everyone's works and be like, you should just like stay stuck like me, you should stay dumb like me, you should stay complicated like me, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll just make my life complicated, because you start to enhance your working files, you start to enhance your system, you start to enhance the way to do it. Because I'm not saying that she forever idiot. There's times when it comes to graphic design, because I'm more to like motion graphic designer, so there's time when we do graphic design, I learn a lot from her, because she's just born to be designer, because she's so good to be someone's hand. She's so good at deciphering what people want, because she's just mainstream like these other people, right? She's more normal compared to me. So I learn a lot from her too. And everyone, we have room to learn from each other. But of course she refused to learn from me, because like, well, all this while you're just learning from me, and now you want me to learn from you? No, thank you. Maybe something like that. Ask this ignorance. I do not understand. Every time I work with ignorance, they make my life more difficult than it is. As you see, it's not just the workplace. It's over small matter like changing the route to get to somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when she complained about the road, I will understand, because she says like, you should just take the other road because the other road don't have too much traffic lights. But also, sometimes it really depends. It's never like I always right and you always wrong. It's never like that. It's more to like, if she meant it like that, right? We can also use our discernment and be like, well, it's because you hate traffic lights. So what's so wrong if I don't like that? If I don't mind with traffic lights, I'm the one driving and we're not rushing anywhere. It's the same like when I'm driving with my mom on a long road. So I was behind big trailer at the time. It was my first time driving on a highway, and then my mom went, cut the truck now. Like, she's pressuring me to cut the truck because I was driving slow, right? But I'm like, I don't mind to stay behind the truck for a while because I'm scared to go on the right. Because every car on the right lane is too fast, and it was my first time on the highway, you know what I'm saying? So it's no wrong that besides, I'm the one who's driving, you know? It's like, as long as it's safe for both of us, it should be fine to be slow. It's all about opinions. It's because she's rushing. It's because she likes to be in control. So she always feels like she needs to go crazy, you know what I'm saying? While you become you're just passenger person, so shut the fuck up and just like chill. Like, give me some peace of mind when I'm driving, right? But then she felt like, oh my god, you're so stressful because you're driving too slow. You're so stressful because like you can just overtake the lorry, okay? I will understand like if we're driving behind lorry, that, you know, like when we're driving behind high truck, they always splat stones, like splat road debris on our cars, you know what I'm saying? So that's the bad side about driving behind high truck. But I was driving further from them, and then I have no choice besides waiting for the right lane really clear before I take off. But then she literally was like pressuring me. It's good to pressure because sometimes if no one's to pressure you, you're not going anywhere, right? But I think it's all about balance. It's like you should know, you should know that you're going overboard about it too. And I'm not saying that to tone down. Well, you can tone down if you have the intelligence up here, but if you don't have intelligence up here, you can continue to run your mouth too. But I'm saying to those people who just abide to, like, just because they are louder, we have to listen to them. No, it's not like that. That's why these people can be louder. You just need here, okay? And if you think you have to stand up for yourself, you better stand up for yourself, okay? Even though after we stand up for ourselves, they never want to listen to us. Anyway, we have to express ourselves too. As long as we take the points out, by doing that, we're doing justice for ourselves. If they, obviously sometimes, most of the times, they never listen. It's never an option to listen to our opinion because they're louder, right? Who cares? I'm going to throw out my opinions too, and I'm doing justice for myself. At the end of the day, somebody gotta be a bigger person and agree to disagree. So things move on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if we keep bickering, then we're not going anywhere. But also at the same time, I'm saying that do ourselves a justice and say it out. Express ourselves. Like, why do we think their opinion was dumb? Why do we think that them mocking, them condemning our point of view, them condemning our advice, them condemning our suggestion is stupid? We gotta let them know. We gotta speak for ourselves. We're not speaking for them. We're speaking for ourselves, okay? Expressing ourselves to egoistic people are a difficult job. And I know some might feel like it's useless. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when I start talking to someone, I was at that phase where I feel like it's useless to talk to these people because they're too loud. But also, if something inside us feel like, no, I have better suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you can offer something better. You should express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Don't care. Do not care about what's gonna happen next. If you feel like inside you feel like, shut the fuck up. If you feel like inside you that I just have to say my point of view. I have to say my point of view too, because if I don't put it out, if we never put it out, people would never know, okay? This is so normal, this is very normal to happen. In our face, when we blur out the truth, when we blur out better suggestion, they're gonna mock us, they're gonna make us feel like, that's stupid, that's just stupid, you know what I'm saying? But, after they cool down, so during the argument, they're gonna make us feel stupid and they're gonna go with their option, okay? But the moment they take us out from that portion, okay, when it's just them and someone else, best believe that night, that girl who's mocking about my way of sorting files, she's gonna go home, open After Effects, and start doing her job like mine too. It's always like that. First they mock in the face, and then when it's over, and then when we're no longer in the portion, they're gonna start adapting our suggestion. Well, I would say it's win-win, because even though they don't credit our suggestion, at least you make life easier for everyone, okay? Reminds me of last time when I worked with in a tattoo studio. My boss condemned my experimental design because I was doing something like alien, like sigils, you know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes it looks like tribal, but it's actually not tribal, so it's new. It's experimental compared to the mainstream. And like he liked to micromanage, like he would say to me like, what, this is too different, like you have to do something more mainstream, something that people used to. I prefer you go for tribal because this is too alien. And then at the end of the day, when I'm out, when I'm away from that tattoo studio, he started making something more alien. I saw my explore page, he ran a flash, like, you know, he was the one who always go for this like old tattoo style, old school, you know what I'm saying, like literally copy paste someone else, like, you know, that every tattoo studio, every old tattoo studio have the same tiger tattoo, the same frog tattoos, you know, all that shit, the same scorpion tattoo, right? Okay, he used to do those things before, and then when I'm up here, of course in my face he would say that, but that shit weird, da 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 da. And then one time he said like, I'm going to invite this artist from Korea, and then I saw his work, right? To my disbelief, I was shooked because his work, literally, this Korean artist's work are very similar to my work. That was 2022 when I was in the tattoo studio. So I was flabbergasted when I saw that. What the fuck? Like, wow, he's mocking in my face that, oh, this is too weird, blah, 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 blah. And then suddenly he's inviting an artist who have the same style like mine. So I'm like, okay, that's a bit funny. And he refused to acknowledge me at the time. In our face, they always feel the need to make us feel lower than them. Because if anytime it appears that we are brighter, we can think better, it's the end for the ego. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm the boss here. I'm the one who runs the business here. I'm the professional here. I've been doing this for 2 years longer than you, and now you're trying to teach me? And then yeah. There's the kind of stupidity that I have to face. Like basically after I come out, like after I left that studio, I saw he showed up with a new style, like more like bacteria style, bacteria flash and all that shit. Who knows if it's actually like his original idea or he adapting and mimicking other people's work too to pretend like it's his work, because I've seen his work, because it's really not that. It's really just like idiots kind of illustration, you know what I'm saying? Like mainstream basic illustration, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think this guy is ever experimental. Like this guy is not experimental at all. And after me, obviously he's experimental now, so it's okay if they don't want to credit me, if he don't want to credit me, because I know better. All that matters is I know well that I am the one who brought changes into our encounter, so I can leave knowing that finally, that's what I've been wanting. It's like for people to start changing their style, you know what I'm saying, from the mainstream, because mainstream is just too much. It's just too outdated already. Like I've always wanted to see differences in how people running system and all that shit, because it didn't serve me. Their outdated way never served me. That's why. It doesn't matter if they wanna credit me or not. It's up to you. As long as you change your system, I feel good. I feel better. Well, finally, we have more versatility. You know what I'm saying? They can copy, but who cares? As long as it's never the outdated system, people are progressing. So it's a win-win. I grow, and through our encounter, they can grow too. See? Just express yourself. Don't worry about they're going to mock us, if they're going to make us feel small over our suggestions or whatnot. If they're saying to you like, oh, you think you're smarter than me, you wanna suggest me shit. You know what I'm saying? I have this kind of people in my face too. It's like, why you always like have something to say? Why do you always talk back, my mom? Why you always talk back? You always have something to say about things. And I'm like, oh, are you not comfortable with me expressing myself? Because I have opinions too. You know what I'm saying? If you have opinions, I have opinions too. Especially if it's stupid, I'm gonna let you know that I can think of something better, or I can think of something different. Maybe you wanna weigh these opinions too. That was my plan initially. Most of the time we just come through and tell people like, I have a different way to do it. Maybe you want to think of it, because I think it's going to make everything easier, and I feel like it can help everyone progress. That's exactly what we're doing all this while. But people think like we expressing ourselves is just challenging their limited belief. They feel like we're mocking them. They feel like we make them look dumber. So your rude ass, your confident rude ass, can just scoot over. And then when you scoot over, they start appearing like you too. It's always like that.